day 75, day 1 of 75 soft challenge. This challenge is aimed at being maybe a more realistic version of the 75 hard challenge. For the next 75 days, I'll be eating well, exercising for 45 minutes, and trying to take care of my body as best as I can. I am sick at the moment, so the first thing I made when I woke up was ginger tea. I added some cinnamon, questionable amount of syrup, I know, and I'd made that. Unfortunately, I left that out a bit too long. I then made my protein shake. This helps me to stay in a calorie deficit because it keeps me feeling full for far much longer. And I made the mistake of not using milk but using milk powder. Worst mistake, because this protein shake brand tastes disgusting. I literally gag throughout every single sip, but I'll continue to drink it because it was expensive. I then had this homemade granola bar. I made this myself. Not even granola. I made this myself. I literally just used honey and peanut butter and put it in the oven for 15 minutes. And here I just added milk and chia seeds, added it into the microwaved it for a minute and a half, and it just tastes so good. I had these probiotics. They are suitable for adults. I know it says kids, but I have the worst immune system. Look at my face. I'm literally gagging throughout this entire thing. It tasted disgusting. I truly don't want to lie to you, it tastes disgusting. Now, you may be wondering, why is my first YouTube video the 75 soft challenge, and why is it that I decided to do this challenge? Well, let me just tell you a little story. I hate my body. What? Yeah, I hate my body. I have always hated my body, and I've never felt comfortable in it, ever. And from a young age, I've always been made aware that my body looks weird. So I've just never ever liked the way it looked. And there was never a moment in my life where I felt comfortable in my skin. And what wasn't perfect or fit the criteria of societal standards of beauty became more and more apparent when I moved to Joburg. And I was like probably 10, 12, I'm not sure. So my hyperpigmentation, my lack of boobs, and nyash became a topic of discussion to my peers in our preteen years or early teens, because the criticism I received and heard about my body created a huge desire and an obsession for me to change my body. And it then began the journey with unhealthy eating habits that led to a fluctuation of my weight, because I would binge eat and then go hours on end not eating because of the guilt I felt from binging. And being a teenager with a bad relationship with food and no idea of what good eating habits look like was the worst thing I've ever experienced, because the lack of romantic attention or desire did not even help my teenage self with her body image, and it further damaged me and left me feeling so undesirable because of the comments from teenage boys. Those did not help me with my already deteriorating relationship with my body. And then becoming an adult was such a weird experience, because at this point I had to force being comfortable with my body, and then later on being told that I was an example of a nice-ish body was a weird experience. Being complimented on what for years I spent hating and wanting to change was weird. So here I am taking sexualization of my body as a compliment and using that as an image or an idea of what my body looks like, because for the longest time I did not know what I was looking in the mirror, and I hated what I saw in the mirror, and I wanted to change that. So now, and I went to and started to feel, and then I started to feel like an object of desire that pleases other people's desires but my own, and I couldn't recognize what they saw as beautiful or desirable about my body. And no matter what I wear, it always feels like I'm cosplaying an identity that's not mine. The hair, the makeup, the clothes, the attitude, even the way I walk just feels like a costume every single day. And so this year I've decided that I want to change all of that. I want to fall in love with every single piece of myself. I want to fall in love with undesirable things that I have on my body. I want to fall in love with the stretch marks. I want to fall in love with the hyperpigmentation. I want to fall in love with every single piece of it. But I also want to be healthier. I also want to feel better about myself. I also want to not run out of breath while I'm walking up the stairs. I don't want to feel like I'm carrying a huge weight around when I'm walking around. After this workout today and after writing this down to put into this video, I felt kind of a bit liberated because earlier on the year I'd started doing this again and I'd just given up. So after doing this workout, I realized that I completely let myself get into a place where I've let others decide for me who I am and what I look like, and I am no longer letting them take control or have that
all you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, baby, undress you, baby. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, baby, undress you, baby. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so, so, so. You make me so, so.
So I'm making dinner right now whilst also having lunch after my workout. And for dinner I'm making these chicken feet. Let me just turn around. I'm making these, okay, the lighting's not good. I'm making these chicken feet for dinner. And so, while also watching the Owl House. And why am I making dinner? It's literally like 2:30 right now. And I'm making dinner so early because we have load shedding. Sorry, that's my lunch. So for lunch, I'm basically having some leftovers that I made. I made pasta a couple of days ago, and these are the leftovers. And I made tea like 2 hours ago, and I didn't drink it, so I'm gonna microwave it. Like, I know it's bad, and apparently like the waves of the microwave will make you infertile, but like I really don't care. I could not care less.
do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, baby, undress you, baby. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. You make me so. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, let me undress you, babe. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. Don't deny what you feel, let me undress you, babe. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. You make me so. You make me so. You make me so.